I welcome you all for the session 1 of today's workshop. Today we have with us Dr. Paratkalkar sir, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Savitribai Phule University. Sir is currently working as Director, Siagar Institute, Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management, Savitribai Phule University. Sir is the first full-time Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management at Savitribai Phule University. I request a big round of applause for Dean's first full-time director. Sir's assignment includes as Director in Siagar Institute of Management for nearly 21 years. Sir has worked on various examination and academic committees under Savitribai Phule University. Sir has more than 24 years of approved teaching experience. Sir has published around 46 research papers in national and international journals, seminars and conferences, and Sir has authored more than 17 books. Sir is also associated as a treasurer at the Association of Indian Management School, and Sir is also associated with International Stress Management Association in India. Sir is also a lifetime member on many committees like IST, ICA, ISC, NIPM, to name a few. Now I request the President of our Sanstha, Shri Abhay Kotkar sir, to do felicitate Dr. Paratkalkar sir. I request all the faculties to come on the stage, MBA and MCA faculties.
एक मिनट मोबाइल
फोटो आले का बघ मॅगझिन मध्ये टाकायचे सर परत येणार नाही का
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Paratkalkar to address the audience.
Very good noon to all of you. Honorable Sri Abhay Kotkar sir, President of this institute, Dr. Sunil Dhanavade sir, Director of this institute, faculty members, participants, students. We have this program about deliberation and discussion about the new education policy under Savitribai Phule University. 2020, the policy has come and now we are in 2023. Today we are discussing about the implementation of national education policy. And the research and development aspect will be deliberated in this 2 days conference. Why we want this deliberation to happen in every college. The reason is this new education policy, if it's taken in the right spirit, it is nation building policy. We have already covered or traveled 75 years after independence. And next 25 years, which is coined as the Amrit Kal, for two reasons. First, the highest number of youth population belong to our country, between 18 to 30. And second, two important things which we dream to achieve in this period. The first thing is Atmanirbhar, self-sufficient. And second is the Vishwaguru Bharat. Why I am talking Atmanirbhar in our education context? In 2021, 77.2 lakh students travel outside India for the higher education, in spite of the pandemic. In 2022, from January 22 to November 22, the figures have been officially uploaded on Bureau of Immigration website, is 1.8 million students travel outside India for higher education. The cost as of today which is going out for this higher education is close to $30 million. But in 2024, it is expected to reach $80 million. And that's why there is a move from the University Grants Commission. Can foreign institute come and give the same quality education in India with slightly lower cost, or even staying, food, other costs can be lower. So I think we must take into consideration the canvas. It is not something which is happening at the central place or at the state level or at the university level. Why we want these two important things, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat. First, can we give the best quality of higher education in this country? And second important thing is, if we want to be Vishwaguru, where we stand today. We are talking about demographic dividend, we are talking about the highest number of youth belong to India in this 130 crore population. The enrollment in higher education is close to 3.5 million as of now. We use this term as gross enrollment ratio. Roughly, if you take an idea, the student in a age group of 18 to 24 normally who enters into the fold of university, fold education or higher education. Today the number is 27%. Our GER, gross enrollment ratio into the higher education, is 27%. In other words, 73% population in the 18 to 24 or 18 to 26 age group does not have access to higher education. When we want to be Vishwaguru, when we want to be Atmanirbhar, can we keep the 73% of the population in that age group out of the purview of higher education? Can we afford? We cannot. This is only access to higher education. And that's why we want that a good institute like this institute should come ahead and then they should do the capacity building under new education policy. So the challenge, first challenge is access to higher education. The second important challenge is quality of higher education. When we talk about quality of higher education, we always discuss that output. What is the output? We are talking about output-based education. What is the outcome of higher education? In India, in this 27% population who goes to higher education, who have access to higher education, what is their breakup? Almost 80% students join traditional program, that is BA, BCom and BSc program in this country, and 20% students join professional program like engineering, pharmacy, architecture, management, then law education and medicine education, that is healthcare education. 80-20 is the ratio. What is the outcome of this 80% student who complete or joins the higher education in India? in this BA, BCom, BSc, the average dropout is almost 20 plus, 20 to 30%. So whoever student join traditional program, some of the students want to leave in between for personal reason, the rural area. Then in other areas, girl students are mostly get dropout because of marriage, or the gents, boy students get dropout because of financial requirement. So we have to worry that, and those who complete, these all national bodies say about the student who pass out from the traditional courses, traditional colleges, does not have required skill to be employable. So the employability skills are missing among those students. So on one side, we know that we have a lot of students with degrees. On another side, we know that there are industries which want good quality manpower, skillful manpower, but they are not ready to take a student with only certificate of graduation. So the gap is missing skills. So can we embed that skills into a teaching learning process? And that's why UGC is thinking of skill embedded program or internship embedded program. So you can reduce your content up to certain levels, maybe up to certain 100% you can keep, and you can reduce that pressure. But whatever student learn in the classroom, he must know where it is applied in the real business. Today our marketing student may be knowing definition of marketing by heart, but he doesn't know how to sell a product. Am I right? When he's completing a master program in management with the marketing specialization, he doesn't know that he has to change the matchbox maybe of 1 rupee or an aircraft of maybe 500 crore rupees. Both scalability is different. So he doesn't have the exposure. When student does human resource management, HR as a specialization, they don't know how the human resource is handled in 2023. My friends, we are creating a human manpower which will be in a workforce category for next 30 years. So whenever you are passing out, our students are passing out, they will be part and parcel of the workforce next 30 years. I can't give them the knowledge of 2050 and 2060 today because I am not aware of. But I think you can give them skills to understand new subject. You can give them skills to know and absorb new skills. So unskilling, reskilling is a requirement of the future. So we have to create, for me the new education policy is changing mindset. I am a student of commerce and also management. I know that whatever we have learned, the definitions of debit, credit, accounting principles, last 30 years they are not changed, and next 30 they will not change, but the application will change. So there are certain fields in this world who are going to change drastically. Now you must be reading all this chat GPT. All businesses are going to be changed because this one tool, AI tool has come. Artificial intelligence and machine learning is replacing almost 43% of the technical repetitive jobs, 43%. So 43% skills are going to be replaced. Have you seen anybody today is expert who is a photo developer? Photo developer who works with the PhotoPass lab. You must be 20 years back, every nook and corner there was a PhotoPass lab. Am I right? You used to go with that reel and then it get developed. Then after 1 hour, you have to get your album, paid certain amount. Your technology in your mobile has replaced the photographer also, most of the time. And now it has been advanced. If you have an Apple mobile, it can take a raw photograph up to 46 MB. You go and see on Google, you will understand. Most of people are using Apple, they are not aware. You can take a raw photograph, which is more heavier than a camera photograph, which can process professionally. So these things are changing. The application and the technology and the tools is changing drastically. So we have to make students ready with the mindset that whenever there is a chances. Simple example: when I have done my graduation, we have learned the COBOL, Foxtrot, C++ language. If at that point of time I am a topper university in the particular language, what is the use of those expertise, those skills, those knowledge, those application as of today, zero. So I think we all have to see that the student should have knowledge, that is very important. Classroom attendance is most important, but how to connect that classroom attendance into the real life, where this knowledge is get connected with the business world, I think that is the most important skill we need to know. Otherwise, if you go for a marketing in a company and recite 10 definitions of marketing, will he buy my product? No, he will not buy my product. But if I don't know how to sell my product, irrespective having 8.9 CGPA. One of my friends who is a vice president of a Novartis company, he has worked with that company for more than 12 years. He has done his post-graduation, that is management program, from one of the university, reputed university in Karnataka. And when he was doing his final year, there was some issues right in his university. So his result was delayed by 6 months, almost one semester. In the meantime, he has got a placement in the Novartis company and he has joined the company. He sometime told me that, sir, the company has never asked me in last 12 years, have you passed or failed? Forget about what is the percentage. 2-3 times I have tried to talk with my HR manager because someday I thought that, sir, because of you have not submitted your degree certificate, your job may be discontinued. He had gone to the HR manager, HR department and asked where I should submit it degree. He said, we don't require. You have passed or failed, we don't require. So when you enter in the professional world, nobody asks what is your major, what is your minor. Today I find a lot of students are confused in even deciding small factors like what is major, minor. You are not going to tell today if you have joined the finance department and some next time the company asks you, we require a person in marketing department. So you have to shift yourself to the marketing. You can't tell him that that was not my major or that was not my minor. Nobody will ask you your choice, your subject, your percentage. So what matters at the end of the day is skills, application of your knowledge. If you have electrical failure at your home, the fuse has gone, the refrigerator is not working, or the geyser has not giving you the result, whom you call? Diploma holder, degree holder? Or you call electrician who comes and repairs? The person when he comes to your door, rings the bell, and when you open door, what you ask him? अपना CGPA कितना दिखाओ? या degree दिखाओ? What you see is the minimum time with least amount of wastage, how he repairs. When you go, your two-wheeler gets stuck up somewhere, बंद हो जाती है कभी-कभी, प्रॉब्लम होता है. आप किसको ढूंढते हैं? ऑटोमोबाइल इंजीनियर को या मिस्त्री को ढूंढते हैं जो 5 मिनट में आपकी टिप. See, in market, knowledge is required. Fundamental knowledge is required. Domain knowledge is required. But more what you know is where it is applied. आपके पास जो ज्ञान है उसको व्यावहारिक लाइफ में कहाँ अप्लाई करना है ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है. Otherwise there is no use of it. If I have Mercedes Benz or a Phantom गाड़ी at my home and every day I am keeping it in the garage and cleaning it daily, keeping it intact, क्योंकि बाहर जाएगी तो मिट्टी लगेगी, हो सकता है टायर खराब हो जाए. So I am keeping it ideal. So हम यही करते हैं. Whatever application knowledge we have, we keep it polished. We keep degrees on the wallpaper with golden embossing, but we don't know what to do in the real sense. So we need to see the practical application of every knowledge we gain during the process of our higher education. So that is the first and foremost important for everyone in this country to understand that if you learn one subject less, nothing matters. But if you don't know what to do with that subject, it's not having any use at all. It's just keeping your vehicle in a garage and cleaning it every day morning and being happy. मेरे पास ये गाड़ी है, लेकिन इसका क्या करना है, उसका ड्राइविंग एक्सपीरियंस क्या है, how to drive that vehicle if you don't know, I think it loses the purpose of higher education. And I think that is a missing link. हमारे पास when we have been ruled by English British government 150 years approximately, 1857 to 1947 is the period. Before that there was 400 years, 400 साल हमारे पास some of the other battle was going on, people were coming, and what they have done is they have destroyed our DNA as per the higher education discourse. 1870 precisely, वहाँ पे जो ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट में एक रिपोर्ट रखा गया था, सो एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम हमारे पास 1 लाख से भी ज्यादा गुरुकुल थे जो आगे डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए। हमारा एजुकेशन फ्री था, हमारा एजुकेशन हर गांव में उपलब्ध था। Now we have brought it to the city, and then the access to higher education get detached. Now we have brought it in the room, classroom. हमारा एजुकेशन का सिस्टम, if you go to any literature we have in this country, it's a dialogue. The shishya, the student used to ask teacher the question, there the education start, and teacher used to answer the student. हमने तो बिल्कुल खत्म कर दिया। If you are there and if you ask me a question, I get annoyed because there is no dialogue between student and teacher. There is no dialogue between institute and university. So what university thinks sitting centrally, we just prepare a circular and share it with you. What institute thinks, they deliver it to you. And end user is not being taken into consideration. So today we are in an era of choice-based credit system, where student choices have more value. You can make up to 40% choices as per the new education policy, where you can choose the courses which will support your skills, which will support your career growth. One small example I have in mind that one person I know who want to start a music studio in Mumbai. So he want to learn sound engineering and he want to learn about music. There was no sound engineering program available in this country. So he has to complete 4 years of computer engineering first, because that was the basic eligibility for a master program in sound engineering. So 4-year computer engineering, no subject which is going to help him in his career. After completion, because that was a prerequisite for masters in sound engineering, he has gone abroad and completed 2 years sound engineering program, master's program. When he come back to India after master's degree completion, he has to start his music studio. He is not aware about the music as a concept. Then he joined one of the courses in Mumbai called BA Music. So 4 years plus 2 years, 6 years plus 3 years, 9 years spent. If there was a new education policy prevailing, he would have taken 60% credit from the computer engineering, that is major. But in minor, 20% maybe from the sound engineering online he would have absorbed, and 20% from the BA Music, which is required to make up his career with a his choice. So within 4 years of education, formal education, he would have get the required knowledge which is making his own studio. So I think the choice has to be explored by the student. There is more flexibility of the student, because certain times because of marriage and girl student has to take a break, because of the financial issues or the family priorities, even a boy student have taken break between, but there is no return back available in our system, natural return back. Because transfer is there. If you are working in Pune, you are taken an admission, because in between you have to leave and join your job somewhere 1,000 miles from this place. Your education is done. You cannot come and attend the classes. You cannot give the examination. So I think this academic credit bank is a possibility which made available. पहले क्या होता था, आपका जो बैंक के जो ब्रांच में अकाउंट है वहीं पे आपके ट्रांजैक्शन होते थे, बराबर है ना? Now with this flexibility, I think most of you never go to the branch. You don't know what is the branch of origin when you originally open the account, because you can operate from anywhere and everywhere. Same way, even your ATM card is valid in all ATMs. In the same way, whatever you have earned credit, they will be deposited in academic credit bank. You can get the exit after 1 year, 2nd year, 3rd year, not just exit, with some skill courses, 10 credit skills courses you will take at the time of exit. And again you can rejoin in the period of 7 years. So 7 years, whatever you have earned is not going to do best. Most of the time student after completion of some part of his education find that I am not made for this kind of education. Based on time, you know, mighty student, engineering, 1 or 2 years they learn engineering, then they find this is not their forte, and they leave it between. And then at the end of the day, their degree is 12th pass. They can't say that SY failed. So 12 pass is the final degree. But they can take the exit and join any other course with taking equivalence. Some of the credit which are required, foundational courses. So I think it is going to be more easy, it is going to be career centric, it is going to be focused, and good institutions who are accredited, who are having good CGPA score, good accreditation course, they are allowed to give the education in any mode. You can give education in physical mode, you can give education in hybrid mode, where some of the session can be online, some of the session can be offline. So practical can be offline, but some of the concept can be online. You can give education in digital mode, where LMS platform can be used. So as per your pace, the speed, everybody can have a different speed. So slow learner, fast learner can have their own speed of completion of program. And the third thing is ODL mode, online distance mode you can offer. So good institution, I think there are 900 institutions in this country so far are allowed to give education in any mode. So if I have 1,000 students applied to my institute for a particular program, I can decide that I can absorb 200 students for the physical program, maybe 400 another student for the digital program, and maybe 300-400 remaining students for the ODL program. So the choice can be given, and even swiping is also allowed. Sometimes the first year student wants to go for a hybrid mode or hybrid to digital mode or digital to ODL mode, everything is allowed. So mobility is the most important thing. Flexibility is the most important thing. So we do not want any student to opt out of education for any reason. And maybe in physical mode I can offer it at 1 lakh rupees. Maybe in digital mode I can offer for 50,000 rupees. And online distance mode I can offer the same program at maybe 20,000 rupees. So students' affordability also get absorbed. Okay, I can afford 20,000 rupees, but get same quality education on this kind of mode. So the platform which you use, the same quality of education will be offered to you. Then examination and evaluation reforms are also going to be there. Today what happens that we are sitting in a university, we decide on which slot you should go into your classroom and give a paper pencil examination. The question arises in our mind, we always discuss and deliberate, can a manager or a profession can be evaluated only on the basis of paper and pencil examination? Is the only method that with paper and pencil, if you are able to write, you become good manager. If you are not able to write, you are not a good manager. There are many other skills are required which need to be tested. So I think assessment and evaluation pattern need to go with a lot of reform, because team building we are not verifying, leadership skill we are not verifying, drafting skill we are not verified. If my student for 50 marks writes 16 pages answer sheet, I don't see him as a student of management. Because no company, if you prepare a 16 pages report, no company, no manager, no management is going to read 16 pages for your answer of 10 marks. Simple question I wish to ask all management students, that if you go for a blood testing and give you 100 pages report, 100 pages, all the parameters under the sun are in there. What is the use of that report? No use. You will throw it away, you go to another lab which will give you only 1 page report. So I think what you write beyond 1 page is the best of knowledge, is the best of paper, is the best of energy, is the best of time. Sometimes we have also discussed and deliberated among our faculty, Ranab sir or Borgavi sir, Munde sir is also there, that 4 pages answer sheet for 50 marks. That's all. Whatever you have to write very crisp. Nobody is going to read paragraph after paragraph and story after story. But psychologically we feel the more we write, the more the evaluator get tempted कि चलो यार इतना लिखा हुआ है क्यों इसको भेज रहे भले उसमें कंटेंट कुछ ना हो, like that it should not happen. So I think we need to revamp all these things. We need to give stance to the student. If I want to give my examination, I am ready at 6 a.m. in the morning and I am fresh mood. I can log in and give my examination. If I want to give it at 10 p.m. in the night, I should not restrict it 9 से 11 के बीच में दे दो या 3 से 5 के बीच में ही दे दो. When student feels we must give a bandwidth, ये 15 दिन की bandwidth है, ये आपके 10 subject है. You log in and give your examination. Everybody will get a different paper. It will have some tough, some small and some medium answer randomly generated by the artificial intelligence. It's possible. Technology, everything is possible. We have already created a bank that at a click of button, our management question paper get generated. But I think absorbing in a state university, I think it gets little bit delayed. Otherwise, we are all ready. Even in 2013 syllabus, if you see, and 2019 syllabus, I think there are few aspects of NEP is already there. So I think we all have to see that first, create more access to student, worry about improving the ability of the student with the skills that are more important, vocational skills, operational skills, thinking skills. We don't need to create only molds of students. So student become के 1 lakh student BSc के create करे, because the people who stand behind the machine are not required because of the machine learning. All repetitive jobs are going to be replaced. Today also we have already vehicle ready for 2030 which will not require driver at all. If you go back and see 1980s, how we used to respect the driver, because that more skill job. Now even women can drive better. Everybody can drive because it is AI. If you go and see the vehicles, Mercedes-Benz or latest vehicles which are available, which is highly AI based. So everything they give you support. Every analysis is available. So a lot of things are available now which is made a labor job or labor job very less. And then I think we need to create a manpower which can think ahead of machine. At least think first and then think ahead of machine first. There is always a world which is available other than Google. So my appeal to all students, because the chat GPT and all these things are coming, I think your thinking is going to be reduced. I always worry that someday if the Google map decide to take a break of 1 day, 50% of us will not reach back to our home. घर के पास कौन सी कॉर्नर में बिल्डिंग हमने देखी नहीं कब, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ गूगल मैप पे देखते हैं. Today also I reach, sir was asking left में क्या right में, बोले मुझे मालूम नहीं, मैं right direction में हूँ और समय पर पहुँच जाऊँगा. So I think this technology is going to be more forceful on all of us. We have to find out where we stand other than machines. हमारे robots human बनने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और हमारे humans machine की तरह काम कर रहे हैं. We have been so much engrossed into machine. Young student को लेके बहुत बार I get worried about the student, क्योंकि वो इतनी time frequently अपने मोबाइल में देखते हैं. I always worry कि रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर चला, लेकिन हमारे स्टूडेंट का इतना इंपॉर्टेंस है मेरे को क्लास में पता चला, क्योंकि एवरी 5 मिनट वो नीचे देख रहे हैं शायद पुतिन का फोन आ जाए और कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछने that they are supposed to answer, otherwise कुछ बॉम्ब चल जाएगा तो नुकसान हो जाएगा. So they are so frequently looking into your mobile. So I think your emotions cannot be controlled by a machine. Keep in your mind, otherwise you will become machine and machine will replace human beings. So your emotions are more important. 2 दिन पहले के 1 हफ्ता हमने वेस्ट किया है ना, पूरे वर्ल्ड में कोई डिसाइड कर सकता है. Today if I want to respect my teachers, can somebody sitting in some other place of the world can decide? My emotions are my emotions. लेकिन हमको तो पागल बना दिया. Somebody dictates me when I should respect my mother. Somebody dictates me when I should respect my friend. Am I right? मेरे emotions नहीं. So sometimes we lose. हमको Facebook देखना पड़ेगा क्या किसका डीपी लगाना है. Am I right? ऐसा हो रहा है ना? So I think you have to take conscious decision when you are learning all these skills and technology. They are our support system. They are not driving force. Somewhere you know what is your real emotions. Otherwise you will get lost. You will never understand what is your career focus. Because हमारे पास सब बच्चों को कभी IT में जाना है. अभी आप देखेंगे सबको IT इंजीनियर बनना है और मैकेनिकल में जगह खाली है. सबको सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बनना, सबको सिविल इंजीनियर बनना था 4 साल पहले जब बूम था. So the choice is not mine. 10,000 लोगों को गूगल ने निकाल दिया. नेक्स्ट डे और इनसे स्टूडेंट का मैंने आस्क मी, सर मेरा क्या होगा? बोला आपको तो 3 साल बाद होगा जो होगा. Why you are worried today? So don't get emotionally catched up by all these things. You have to see. So that's why I think Indian knowledge system, new education policy wants Indian knowledge system. आपका योगा, हमारे जो strength है, हमारा जो family system है, हमारी जो values है, that need to be more intact and that are more important. World is looking towards us for that value. and that's why the G20 summit leadership with us, 39 countries, 19 countries plus European Union, they are looking at India for acquiring this strong. Because a family system is a very strong system, which we have lost little bit in between. Our value system, हमारे पास आर्यभट्ट, चाणक्य, पाणिनि का जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको ग्रामर है, आपको मालूम है? ईरानियन लैंग्वेज में जाइए, वहां पे पाणिनि के ग्रामर के बेसिस पे वहां का पूरा लैंग्वेज बना हुआ है. बट वी डोंट नो. हमें सिर्फ लगता है कि इंग्लिश नहीं आया तो आदमी वीक हो गया. Sanskrit, you can create a new word in Sanskrit. No other language in the world can create its own word. संस्कृत अगर आप धातु म्हणतात ना, संस्कृत मध्ये फक्त आहे, बाकी कुठल्याही अल्फाबेट्स मध्ये नाही, कुठल्याही भाषेमध्ये नाही. You can create a new word in Sanskrit, but not in other any language. So we need to see that confidence within is more important for all of us. English is a business language. We must learn, we must command, but still our value system, our yogasana, whatever is there to keep our inner strength is also important. So we are going to make a combination of all of them. So you can earn any other credit, you can learn many languages, but it is a beautiful buffet. Now rarely we prefer to go and have a thali, am I right? We prefer to have a buffet. Maybe small choice, but own choice. I think the higher education, it's high time for higher education institute to give open choice, not within that same thali. हमारे घर पे कभी कभी हमारे मम्मी बोलते हैं ना, खाना का चॉइस कितना है, कितना ऑल किया हुआ है, बराबर? हे केलेला आहे, खायचं तर तो चॉइस असा नाही आहे त्याच्यामध्ये. वी वांट टू गिव स्टुडंट अ लार्जर चॉइस, बेटर चॉइस. यू कॅन रियली लर्न अ गुड 1 or 2 credits from outside India. You can learn good credit from any other institute in India. So flexibility is more important. For that, every student need to be more aware about his career choices. Today he is not making his career choices at all. कोई बताए MBA करो नौकरी मिल जाएगी, MBA करता है. He doesn't. हमारे पास स्टूडेंट आते हैं, मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट करना है, and then next when they go for the placement they say सर इसको तो बाहर घूमना पड़ता है. मतलब आप घर बैठ के कौन सा मार्केटिंग करोगे? They do not want to run here and there. They do not want to rush in the roads, and then we want to be a marketing manager. How it is going to be possible? So I think please try to make your own choices. A beautiful world is going to open for you without restriction. I think you can get lot of good value-added courses, supportive courses, skill courses, and you can make a beautiful combination for your career, which will make you more stronger for a longer period of time. Don't look short term. 2024 की नौकरी मत देखो, 2050 के लिए भी हमें आज ही तैयार होना है. अदरवाइज आज आप बोलोगे कि बाकी कोई नॉलेज लोगे और 2000 उसके बाद पता चलेगा कि ये नॉलेज 1 साल के बाद कहीं यूज नहीं हो रहा है, तो you will get exhausted in life. So try to make this combination. So look at it positively. As a citizen of this country, we all have to contribute. Wherever you go in industry, also keep in mind that ये 73% लोगों को भी हमने इसमें लाना है. We have to get it 2035 तक 50% GR करना है. 50% भी कम है. World average is 38-37% GR. We are still 10% behind the world average. So we have to see that हमारे हर स्टूडेंट को किसी न किसी मोड से एक्सेस हायर एजुकेशन होना चाहिए, गुड क्वालिटी हायर एजुकेशन होना चाहिए. He should be able to create his own career the way he want. He can learn lot of skills are the tools. He can learn skills. He must be mentally ready to learn new skills. So unlearning and learning का mindset create होना चाहिए. I think then we can definitely see during this next 25 years in this Amrut Kaal, we can create a human being. ये विश्व गुरु इसका मतलब ये नहीं we are not going to England and rule that country. लेकिन वर्ल्ड के जो भी लीडर्स हैं in all walks of life, 40% Indians are professor in Harvard University. हार्वर्ड का पहला भी डायरेक्टर नितिन नोरिया वहां से था, अभी का भी डायरेक्टर तो पुणे से ही बिलोंग करता है. सो इन ऑल फाइव सुंदर पिचाई बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो वर्ल्ड के अच्छे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को लीड कर रहे हैं. वी वांट इट इन मोर नंबर्स इन डेज टू कम. For that we all have to prepare, support each other, accept this flexible new education policy and see that what best we can do without wasting much time, much resources, and reach out to every citizen of this country from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Thank you.
Today, to grace the occasion, we also with us directors and professors from esteemed B schools. I request Sri Abakotka sir to do felicitate. I do request Sri Abakotka sir to do felicitate Sri Shivaji Munde sir from Yashasvi Institute of Management Studies. Thank you, sir. We do have also with us Sri Sachin Borgave sir from Pratibha Institute of Management Studies. I request Abhay sir to do felicitate Sachin Borgave sir.
सीबीएसई ची सगळी बोर्ड आम्हाला तुम्ही आहे. आपलं सीबीएसई बोर्ड प्रतिभाच आहे ना. ओळख करून ठेवा.
Thank you, sir. Before we break on the lunch, I do take this opportunity to thank Sri Parankalkar sir for sharing his inputs on New Education Policy 2020. I do acknowledge the new insight he has brought to our light, like the ABC Academic Bank of Credit, the multiple exit and entry options available to individuals, and last but not the least, to make India the Vishwa Guru in the coming years to come. I do thank Sri Abakotka sir, the president of our Samstha, for motivating and encouraging us for the two-day workshop on new education policy. We have our host here, Dr. Sunandar sir, Borgave sir, and Shivaji Munde sir. Last but not the least, the faculty from our Shikshan Samstha, Boys International School, the junior college, senior college. I do to thank everyone for being the valuable audience in the occasion. Thank you one and all.
I am here. Sit down. Please be seated. My workshop is yet not completed. So where we were, is both madam, trained and untrained teachers. So that issue is clear, right? Workshop. So now I'm coming to the senior college. So how many else is from Shavanagar Senior College? Yeah, good student. So do you understand what is going on? So national or new policy, both are the same. So any confusion or any things if you want to share or ask, you can ask. So open. नुसते खांदेवर करून बोला.
As says that there is a flexibility, student can choose any course. So what is the benefit? Means I think from institution's point of view, that is there any harmfulness of that?
No, see nowadays, yeah, it's a good question. So as per my knowledge, nowadays see we allow students to attend college and meanwhile they are doing some jobs somewhere. It's not permitted actually. But in new education policy, I think if students willing to do job, then he can take some break. He can rejoin the job. So that is the thing. Some are from poor families. So as we are getting a poor aided fund, we allot the poor adult fund of the government. What is the thing? So it is the same thing. If we want to take a break, after 1 year you can take a break, you can rejoin college. Like this. So one more thing for a senior college, you have to be prepared for a NAC accreditation, right? This is approved by AICTE. So what they recommend? The NBA. So NBA is totally separate body, and NAC is fixed by UGC. Those universities are affiliated to, colleges are directly affiliated to the university, any university, UGC. So there is a NAC is very important, it is a compulsory. So now coming years, 2-3 years, you have to be prepared. So for that, the Venekar sir suggested you have to publish your papers. So before publish, you see what degree you have. So again, it is coming to the same point: trained and untrained, trained and untrained. So that's the thing. How many are from? How many faculties they have completed their PhD, post graduation, MPhil? So then only we can valid for NAC application. So this point, how do we get qualified staff from market? That is very important. So I think you got a good knowledge. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 method. 25% weightage. 60% on publish. Paper publish. आता स्टुडंट असं म्हणणार की हे तर सगळं टीचर्स फॅकल्टीज आहे आम्हाला का बोलू फ्रॉम school to junior college level, the computer and coding language is going to introduce. I think some schools they are introduced the coding language, so that we have to implement. So that is the major role.
Skill subject we are introducing.
Yeah, coding,
yes.
computer and coding. So that is going to introduce in the coming days for NEP, National Education Policy, and. That's it. So I came to the conclusion. So thank you very much. Whatever I want to say, just keep your notes, put it down, and just implement on that. So now faculty can go. Otherwise,
So we have some announcements.
Okay. So fine, thank you. I'm going now. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, students. I think all are happy. Have a great fun in the Goa. Had a great fun in the Goa. How many were present? So very good. Now you focus on studies. So I have announced one this thing, one award is pending. It is with me. Momento. Each and every student take one session. They have to come here, either give motivational speech or anything. And then we have to choose among them who is the best. We will give. Okay, fine, thank you.
Hello. All are informed that now we will have lunch break, and after lunch break we do have to gather over here only. The next session will start after the lunch break at 2 p.m. sharp. So all are requested to be sharp here back by 2 p.m.
Before everyone leaves, let me tell you, we have workshop tomorrow as well. So all the respected faculty and staff of junior, senior and school are requested them to come again tomorrow, because we have panel discussion tomorrow as well as one session. It will also be helpful, and also students will be there, of course, in the campus. But I request the faculty members to please be there tomorrow as well. And after lunch, please do join us. Enjoy your lunch, everyone.